Hi, I'm Carl Weisecker, Principal Broker of Kline May Realty. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Q&A with Kline May. Today we'll start out again with a cup of coffee. This is kind of the other extreme from the grocery store coffees we've been sampling for the past few weeks. This is called Life Boost. A friend of mine from the West Coast sent this to me. It is fairly expensive. It's organic, low acid, really good high quality coffee. I was very excited to try it. That is extremely good, really smooth. It has an interesting reputation. You can only buy it online. People who buy it tend to love it, but it is a bit expensive, so you can make that call on your own. Today's question has to do with our current market right now, and that is, if I'm a buyer, would it make sense to wait? And I think the short answer to that is no, and that's not just a real estate guy trying to keep sales going. I think the two things that buyers should be considering when they're thinking about should we wait and see if market conditions change, the two things they should be thinking about, one, the interest rates. Will those be coming down in the short term? I don't think they will. There aren't any predictions or forecasts from the experts that say anything other than rates are going to stay stable or maybe even go a bit higher over the next year or so, maybe in 2 or 3 years. They'll come back down, but in the short term, nobody's really expecting them to drop. And then pricing. Home prices are still going up at a fairly quick rate. In our area, between 8 and 10%, depending on where you are in the Shenandoah Valley. And that, I do believe, will slow down, but prices are not going to drop. If you're a buyer and you're waiting for prices to drop, I think you're making a mistake. I really don't think that's going to happen. So if you look at those two factors, interest rates stable or maybe even going up a bit, prices definitely continuing to rise, although not at quite as fast a pace. Putting off buying is going to make it more expensive. Simply put, you're going to be able to buy less house for the same monthly mortgage payment than you would be right now. So as unappealing maybe as rates are compared to the way they've been for the past few years, they are historically not high, and I think it would be a mistake to put off buying in the hopes that things will get less expensive. If you'd like to keep up on what's going on in our market, you can always click the link right below in the comments. That'll take you to the newest listings in our markets, listings that have been on the market 2 weeks or less. If you've got a question for me or a coffee you'd like to see us sample, please send that to questions@klinemay.com. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.